What is happening, people?
What's Gucci?
What's Gucci? Let us know if you can hear us. Let us know if you can.
Oh,
hear
damn. We went back to the two screen instead of the full screen.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Okay. Switching it up.
Can
Hope
everyone
everybody's
hear?
doing well.
Says we
Shout
can
out to
hear
the
you.
8 people watching. We already got 13 likes on this
Okay,
stream.
awesome. They can hear us. I was tripping. I was like, why can't they hear us? I was
Can
bugging.
you hear both of us and do our audio sound good? Is one person louder than the other? Let us know. What's up,
Check.
Albert? What's up, Enrico? What's up, Broccoli?
Pushing P. Love it from Cold War.
I don't feel like we've talked to Broccoli before. What's up, my guy? Thanks for joining the stream. Could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, that's just on me. I'm sorry.
What's happening, y'all? We're gonna do a PPR mock draft today.
Pushing P. Bro, I literally was like, what are these blue peas all over the internet? I had to look it up like I'm a freaking 55-year-old trying to figure out how to use an iPhone. I'm getting old.
PPR mock draft today for the 2022 season. If you're going to watch this later or you're here with us now, make sure you like this video and also make sure you check out our other channel, Dynasty Football, as well. That's also in the solo link down below, solo.to/fantasylandfootball. Maybe Zach can put that in the chat for our new channel.
If everyone can do us a massive favor, we just launched a Dynasty channel about a week and a half ago. We got about 40 subs now. We're building that channel. We're doing Dynasty mocks there. I just pasted the link in the chat to our Dynasty channel. Show us some love if you're interested in Dynasty, if you never want football to stop. We're talking about all the rookies. We're talking about second-year players. It's an exciting channel, and we've got some exciting content coming up. We are literally pumping out content, guys. I mean, on that Dynasty channel, we're putting out like 10 videos a week. And we are trying to finish scouting the rookies this week. We're going to put up content about rookies, so doing Dynasty mocks there. If you're even interested in Dynasty or you just never want football to stop, go sub to us there. We'll see if we can get to 50 subs today.
Yeah.
We're at 42 now. So 2 people just subbed. Shout out to you guys, whoever just did that.
Yeah. Huge love for everyone that's supporting us over there. And let us know what you want to see in that Dynasty channel. Like Zach said, we're doing everything Dynasty related. We have so many videos. Like, I feel like we should almost be releasing 2 videos a day type vibe. Because we have a lot of videos currently right now. Zach's eating a green grape. Are they good? Coles?
Yeah.
Good season grapes?
Yeah, I mean, just a steady, reliable grape. Can't go wrong.
A steady, reliable grape.
Hey guys, huge love. Again, like, we have been overwhelmed with the last year how this channel has grown. Now we're super excited as well for our Dynasty channel. Again, the link is in the comments if you want to drop a follow on our Dynasty channel. We just pasted that link. Man, so many people showing up for the live stream. This is awesome. What's up? What's up, Jacob? What's up, Jack? Jacob said, I don't do Dynasty, but I'll drop a follow. Just keep learning about Dynasty, man. It's super fun. Gator says, I see you guys are almost at 1,500 subs here. Hell yeah, brother. I think right now it's a little bit of a dip. But the real ones are here. The real ones still want to mock. They still want to talk fantasy football. Cold World said, what's up, boys? Took a break from fantasy after a long season. Hope you're all well. Man, you took a short break, and I respect the grind. You gotta get your head right, Dynasty Leagues do's and don'ts. We can do that. Badaki, I haven't asked you, will you be happy with Dable?
With Dable?
I'm assuming that's a head coach candidate.
Is it head coach or GM?
Maybe I think GM, yeah.
The GM ones that I don't know who Dable is. I don't know. Maybe that's a
Johnny.
typo. I know Adam Peters and John Scully, something like that, and then Ryan Poole. Those are 2 GMs that I remember. And now we just requested for Dan Quinn to interview as a head coach. So we'll see what happens.
Okay, makes sense.
Makes sense.
All right, guys. Y'all know the deal. We're doing a PPR mock draft today. And Badaki, if you want to switch the screens.
Yeah, let's do it.
Look, if you guys want to join these mocks, it's super easy. Just join our Discord. I just pasted the link to our Discord in the chat. And if you're watching this later, I know a lot of people rewatch these mock drafts. The link is in the description. The solo.to/fantasylandfootball. You can find our Discord there. Already 16 likes. You guys are crazy. Huge love. Drop another like. I mean, no, you can't drop another like, but if you haven't dropped a like, go ahead and do so. Drop a sub if you're new to the channel. We have hundreds of live streams coming up.
Yeah,
Super excited, but should we go ahead and get to this bad boy?
let's do it. Let's do it. Send it. Put it in the link there.
All right,
In the
I'm gonna
Discord.
paste the link in the Discord now. So you have been warned. It is first come, first serve. I have a feeling that this is gonna fill up. Here is the link to join today's mock. About to be first come, first serve here, y'all.
First come, first serve.
At everyone.
Um,
Dang, there we go. It's sent. It's been sent. Let's see how fast this fills up, and let's see who's gonna be mocking with us today.
So is Bill's OC. Oh, right. It's the bigger dude with the ball head dude. That being the top. Yes. It's interesting. They keep saying that they're supposed to hire the GM first, and now they're interviewing with head coaches, which means that one of these GMs, that they interviewed is going to be the guy. But yeah, I'm happy with him. I think I like his offensive scheme there with Josh Allen. And I told Zach, Daniel Jones is not Josh Allen, but he has a Josh Allen build. He can move, he can throw. Doesn't mean he can run as fast, but we'll see. Not saying I want to keep Daniel Jones, but anyways, the draft is filling up here. We got it's a filled draft. Look at that. Cole World, Garrett, Jacob, Tebow, Jack, Easy Bread. Shout out to you. I've never heard of you before. Thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, I've never seen Easy Bread.
JJ
I don't think I've seen Super Team Sonic. I think is his name.
And JJ Short wanted to draft with us last time, and he didn't get in, but now he's here today. So that's good.
That. All right, guys. Should I stop eating grapes? Is it disgusting to hear me chew?
Honestly,
let me know.
That's just rude.
All right. So the format today, we have one quarterback. Again, this is a redraft mock. Okay, one quarterback, two running backs, two wide receivers, one tight end, two flexes. I know some people do 3 wide receivers. You can do that. And then we have 6 bench spots. It's going to be popping. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy started. There will be 60 seconds on the clock. We'll change it to 30 at some point, and then we will do mock draft grades at the end. Badaki's at the 101. He keeps getting the 101 because he wants Jonathan Taylor. I mean, switch it up, brother.
The reason why I keep getting 101 is because I want to see if I were to get the 101 this year, how my team's going to look with JT. Am I going to be happy with it? Blah, blah, blah. You know, like, I think I know how the draft is going to fall towards the middle. It's just the beginning that I feel like it's still up in the air for me. And yes, Jonathan Taylor is going to be the 101 for me, and there's no doubt about it.
Makes sense.
You know, I'm going to go running back heavy. Detective Dimmy on Twitch. Hey.
Really?
Yeah, he's on Twitch.
I love that. What's
bitch?
up? Hey, we actually have 6 people watching on Twitch. That's amazing. Drop a follow if you don't know, we do a bunch of live streams on this channel over here on Twitch, both for redraft and dynasty, real drafts, mock drafts. We're just doing a bunch of drafts and having fun. And this is like first of like hundreds this offseason. So if you don't know, this is a 2022 redraft mock. It's PPR. So these teams we are drafting as if it was a 2022 season. If you're watching on YouTube, huge love. Drop a like for us. Let's see if we can hit 25 likes somehow on this live stream. That seems pretty ambitious for the offseason, but I think we might be able to do it with your help.
Yeah.
Huge love for joining us. Thanks for the channel. I mean, I feel like this channel always pops off with mock drafts. We got to get the Dynasty one to start popping off, but I think it's just because we're still trying to build that channel.
No, that's good.
So again, I'll paste a link to that channel in the chat.
Yeah, the new Dynasty channel. Once again, let us know where you want us to put out videos. We have so much content, so much things that we're trying to do in the Dynasty sphere. We're also going to be doing DFS later into the season, which we're also really excited about. We cannot wait for that. A lot of people have been asking about DFS content. Let us know what you want to see in season as well. That's also really exciting. Zach's on the board here.
Okay, so obviously JT, Derrick Henry, then CMC. That doesn't surprise me. I honestly think it will be JT and Derrick Henry as the 1-2. But then from 3 to 7, I think you can do whichever way you want it to look. You know what I mean? I don't think that there's a wrong or right answer there.
Exactly. That's why for me, I feel like I understand. I'm still iffy on the 101 as drafting from the 101 as a whole, you know, the 212,
right. You might want to be somewhere else. Yeah.
Exactly. So
I mean, I just got Alvin Kamara at the 1.8, and I still feel like he's going to be the top 5 running back next year, guaranteed. Maybe top 3 if everything pans out for him.
Yeah, so it's definitely interesting. Demi says working from home now. Actually get to watch. Hey, shout out to you.
I love that.
If you're in the chat, guys, and you don't know who Detective Demi is, that's Orlando Bloom on our live stream.
Yeah,
That's
he's an
it.
absolute legend.
That's funny
Do
though.
we have those? Do we have those alerts on? By the way.
Yeah, we should. We
Okay.
definitely should.
So
Everything should
Devontae
move.
Adams at the 1-9, then Cooper Cup at the 1-10. We're assuming that Rodgers is staying in Green Bay, obviously
Yes.
with that pick. By the way, whoever Childish Rambino is, that's a beautiful nickname. That is just
Childish Gambino.
well done. Please comment in the YouTube chat. Let us know who you are.
Oh, what a day, huh? It's a beautiful day. Not really a beautiful day in Sydney, but it's cloudy. If you guys don't know, we live in Sydney, Australia, and yeah. For people that are new, people that watch this later, people that are in the chat now, yeah, Sydney, Australia. Zach and I, both Americans, live in Australia.
That's right, brother. All right, so we see Tyreek Hill and then DeAndre Swift off the board at the 1.12. I mean, let's not forget, DeAndre Swift at certain points of the season looked like a top 3 running back in fantasy because of the amount of work that he was getting through the air. Does that change with what we saw from Amon-Ra St. Brown? I mean, do they become a more balanced offense? What do you think?
I think there's so many questions. I think it should definitely be more balanced. I think that they're still missing a piece. You know, they get Penei Sewell, an offensive line. You know, they got Ryan Ran. I don't know how to say his name.
Ramczyk.
I always think of no. That's on the Saints.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
You know which one I'm talking about though.
You're talking about the offensive line in Detroit?
Yeah, so I think they're getting there. They're getting there in my opinion, and I like what's going to happen in Detroit. Are they going to be winning games? I don't know, but they can definitely compete. We saw that a little bit this year. I still don't know if they can have the edge to win games.
Well, again, Dan Campbell took over offensive play calling around week 10.
Yeah.
And that's when we saw
a lot more risk and opportunity.
A lot more from Amon-Ra St. Brown. We saw a lot more wins. So I believe he's going to retain that position. All right. So Jamar Chase is the 5th wide receiver off the board. I don't think that's crazy. I think a lot of people are going to do that this year. Debo is a 4th wide receiver off the board. Do you trust Debo as a top 5 wide receiver with likely Trey Lance at quarterback next year?
I guess you have to. A guy I'm surprised this guy's still on the board. Who I might think you're gonna pick. Yeah, it's Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, that blew my mind that he was still there.
The 7th wide receiver, or no, 6th wide receiver off the board. Yeah. I think I would have taken JJ and Chase over Debo, but maybe Dante likes the idea of how they utilize.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I feel like I would have taken Debo at the 2-5 if he was there. Right. I expected Jefferson to be gone.
I think it's maybe of the utilization of how they use Debo in the backfield, like on the ground and in the air. If that continues into next year, that will be very interesting because now his upside is I guess, is essentially not doubled, but he just has that extra edge against Justin Jefferson.
Give me that double with the animal style.
And Jamar Chase.
The only issue I have, though, with Debo taking him as a top 5 wide receiver or almost in the first round is there is risk of injury throughout his entire career.
Yeah.
And the way that they use him is great for fantasy, but it also raises his risk of injury. So that does worry me slightly, taking him as my, as my first overall player. But I mean, if he can repeat what he did this year, you won't have any problems with it. I just think Justin Jefferson, in my opinion, he should be the 3rd wide receiver off the board. After Cooper Kupp, after Devontae Adams, it should be JJ if Kirk Cousins returns.
Yeah, interesting.
Interesting. We see Javonte Williams go at the 2-7.
Yeah, and then Nick Chubb.
We're obviously assuming that Melvin's gone, right?
Yeah, I mean, why not Melvin? Why not keep Melvin? Tell me why we shouldn't keep Melvin on this team.
Because you're limiting Javonte at that point. Let my guy shine.
You got Stephon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, and if this goes the right way, I'm going to be ecstatic here with Cold World. Let's see who he takes. Is it AJ Brown? Okay.
You wanted AJ, hey?
No, I actually wanted this, so I'm gonna go back. I know exactly who I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick my guys that I'm been leaning on all of last year and this year, and I'm gonna go running back heavy this year. I'm gonna go Cam Akers, and then J.K. Dobbins, because I do believe both of these guys are going to come back really, really strong into next year. And now my
Yeah.
running back room is solidified.
Solidified, but question marks.
I'm okay with it. I think they'll come back. ACL, we seen Cam Akers right now in the playoffs. He's playing decent. I think he picks up from where he left off the year before.
Okay.
I
don't hate it. I'm seeing Gibson on the board and just thinking, man, I think I might prefer Gibson.
We'll see.
But that's just a personal preference. That doesn't mean it's the right or wrong thing. Interesting that Kelsey went in the middle of the second.
I think coming as we get closer and closer into the season, I think we're going to see Cam and JK still go back to where they were going before. Mid second, late second ish area, going into the 2022 season. I know some people have question marks. I think people would take Cam and JK over Saquon right now, and this is somebody that played it's almost the whole season, and you have seen that injury. So
I'm fine with JK because I do think he makes a full recovery, even though we've seen Cam right now. That Achilles. I just can't take him that early personally.
That's fine. That's fine.
But it's interesting. I want to talk about the 2-3 and the 2-4. I don't think Zeke should be going this high anymore, personally. Man, he's really lost a step, and I don't think that gets better next year. I don't think his involvement gets higher. I think Pollard maybe becomes more involved. So I'm not sure I love Zeke over some other running backs that were on the board.
Yeah, I agree.
And then what about Kelsey? Is Kelsey a second round pick this year?
I mean, Kelsey was a first round pick last year, so he technically dropped.
That's what I'm asking. I mean, this year, are we comfortable with that?
Once again, I don't know if I still want to take any of the top 3 from there because, JJ Short could have had Justin Jefferson there. He could have had Javonte. I think I would have taken Javonte. These guys that could be massive pillars on your team, even though Kelsey is a massive pillar, but why not take a chance on one of these tight ends in the later rounds? No one expected Dawson Knox or, Dalton Schultz to kind of go off. And maybe if you can get him in those later rounds, it can bring a return. But those are all question marks. So I still don't like taking the tight ends early. So I guess I would have to disagree with taking Kelsey still so early. But if you like that, Keenan Allen there.
Yeah, I don't even know how I feel about that Keenan Allen pick. Honestly, at this point on the board, I'm not in love with anyone that's available. I'm just being honest. Like, looking at the board, I'm not in love with anyone.
And that's why it's so hard. Like, these wide receivers, question mark. Deontay, who's a quarterback? Terry, who's a quarterback? Keenan Allen, yes, is great. He has Justin Herbert, but we've seen Justin Herbert going to other people. DeAndre Hopkins has been injured, if I'm not mistaken, the past 2 years, he missed a lot of this season.
No, just this last year.
Just this year?
He was fully healthy the previous year.
Okay. So, these are the question marks. He's getting to that age. So it's like, I don't know. And then you look at the running back room and it's like, well, you don't want to take Monty because maybe you hope for somebody better, or you don't want to take JJ because you hope for somebody better. So JJ hasn't.
I'm just not sure that I'll get the return on value with that pick in a PPR format. Waddle is a good pick there. Yeah, I like that.
So in that case, you would have taken Waddle over Keenan Allen then?
I would definitely be open to that thought process. Yeah.
Right.
I think the ADP right now, is really messing me up with the way that Sleeper currently has their ADP configured. It doesn't feel like they've made many changes from last year thus far. I mean, how is Myles Gaskin still this high in the ADP? You know what I mean?
No, for sure. I think it's going to continue to change as we get closer and closer to the season and especially the draft.
Yeah.
Gator fan, so glad I didn't get sniped with Chubb. Cool starting with Cook and Chubb. Yeah, I think it's a good start. In my opinion, you get Chubb at the 2-8, and then you get Mark Andrews there. So it's definitely interesting.
The only thing I would potentially change is I might have grabbed Diggs instead of Chubb.
Right.
To be honest, in a PPR format, I think I would have gone Diggs over Chubb there. I just think Chubb, we've seen it. He doesn't get work in the passing game. I was really hoping that Higgins was going to fall back to me. You guys know I love Higgins. Took that chance, did not work out. But you know what I mean? Like, who's to say that Chubb is going to be more valuable than any of the running backs that have gone off the board after him?
Yeah, I agree.
And I feel pretty confident that Diggs is going to be more valuable than a lot of these running backs that have gone. So I probably would have gone Diggs. Maybe found a wide receiver or a running back in the third, but hey, it's all for fun right now. Just figuring out what looks good, what
Yeah,
feels good.
exactly. You just gotta figure out what feels good. And like I said, I think I don't know. I
You
think in
don't
my
know?
mind I have the middle one, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I feel like I understand them, and that's why I keep running with one because it just feels like it's so indifferent. There goes Mahomes, first quarterback off the board at the 4-3.
Mahomes is off the board. Now I'm looking at the running backs that are available, and I'm not hyped on any of these guys. You know what I mean? I know I need a running back, but none of these guys really swing me towards taking them. And then I look at the tight end position. I know, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go tight end here either. Am I gonna take another wide receiver? Sorry, my camera's in the way of like the list. I think
It's funny.
this is just absolute shit show. Nothing looks great to me. All
Yeah,
right, I'm gonna assume that he's back and that Ronald Jones is not back and Tom Brady's back. I'm assuming that we have all that came together, right? And I took Fournette there.
okay. It makes sense. All signs I feel like kind of point to Lenny coming back, but
Yeah,
still a lot of question
I don't like
marks.
that pick, but I do think that Fournette is likely to resign. And I don't think Ronald Jones will be there. And I mean, Fournette was what, third in targets this year amongst running backs?
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Jack's on the board here. Najee, Javonte Williams, Deontay Johnson. I wonder if he's going to go another wide receiver or maybe another. I mean, there's still good tight ends on the
Interesting
board
that
technically.
Pitts went off the board at the 4.6, third tight end. There was still Kelsey, Waller, Hawkinson on the board. I think the reason I didn't go tight end is because there's just so many wide tight ends that I'm okay with on the board still, you know?
Mm. There goes Josh
Josh Allen
Allen.
in the fourth. Okay.
It's not terrible. I like that. Finished QB1 this year, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, QB1. Josh Allen and Herbie. Chris Godwin.
Yeah, I was considering Chris. I just don't know if he is he going to be back in time from that ACL
Well,
injury.
that's the thing. Is he going to be
I
back
don't
in
know.
time? Is he going to still be in Tampa? Where's he going to
Yeah, will
go?
he be on the team? Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many questions on what you do. But we just released a video on our Dynasty channel, wide receiver to trade for now in Dynasty.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And Chris Godwin was on the list, and a guy that I believe, no matter where he goes, he will be fantasy relevant. If he does stay in Tampa or he goes to another team.
Yes, sir. If you want to watch that video, Dynasty win now wide receivers to trade for. I just put the link to our Dynasty channel in the chat. I know we're pumping it, but it's because we're excited about it, and
Yeah.
we don't want you guys to miss out. If you are interested in Dynasty, if you love Dynasty, if you want to learn more, or honestly, if you just want more content for the rookies, for upcoming players, for free agency, so check it out. Huge love to everyone who's subbed so far, and huge love to everyone who's dropped a like on this video so far. If you haven't done so, feel free to. Thanks for joining us. I hope you're having a good day. Feel free to say what's up in the chat. We got 8 people watching on Twitch. Drop a follow. And if you guys want to be a part of these mocks, I mean, there's 8 people watching. If you want to join us and be a part of these mocks, just comment. We'll tell you how to. I mean, just join our Discord. That's how you do it. But if you just want to watch, that's fine. Just watch us. We're kind of idiots.
That's fine.
So it's fine. But if maybe you want to be like, I like to get my hand dirty. I'm trying to get in there and mock too. Then in our Discord, that's how you would get amongst it. Rock Lee says robust wide receiver. Rock Lee sounds like broccoli. What if your name? Wait a second. What if your name was Brock and your last name was Lee? Name would be broccoli.
That's so random. Dalton Schultz.
So funny. There is.
the
You know
board.
what's funny? There is probably someone in the world with that name. First name Brock, last name Lee. I'm gonna go to Facebook and look up.
First name Brock, last name Lee.
Let
I
me
gotta
see.
pull up my rankings here.
I'm gonna look and see if there's a broccoli on Facebook.
Give me a Just pulling up,
Oh my god.
pulling up my rankings. Yeah.
How do you even search Facebook anymore? I don't even know. How does Facebook work? I'm so old.
I don't know.
All right.
This is where it gets hard for me because this is where do you go with the guys that you understand, the Calvins,
Oh
Amari
my god.
Cooper,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
do I go with the youth with like a Michael Pittman, Elijah Moore, talent
Wow.
wise? I'm gonna go Michael Pittman really fast.
Wow, wow, wow. Sorry. I just realized that Dalton Schultz went in the 4th round.
Yeah, I said that. I was like Dalton Schultz.
I was too focused on the Brock Lee thing. Wow, that's too high. That is way too high, my guy. You have to think about it. If you're taking a tight end in the first 5 rounds, you really need them to hit. I don't know, man. I don't think I can take Dalton there. If that's his ADP, I won't have any Dalton. I mean, I would much rather take a shot on one of these guys later on in like the 10th round
I'm gonna go Elijah
than
Moore.
using a 4th round pick. I mean, there's still so much talent on the board.
I'm gonna do what you did in Dynasty, Pittman and Moore potentially, or Pittman and Renfro. Ooh.
Wahab says, "Are y'all doing more than one mock today?" We're not, but we are doing a dynasty mock tomorrow. So if you guys want to be a part of that, you can join our Discord. Link is in the description, and again, anytime we talk about it, we will paste a link for that channel. If you want to find our dynasty channel, we just started it. But yeah, we're doing a dynasty mock tomorrow. First come, first serve. So we'd love for you guys to join if you want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Wahab says, "Don't hate on Schultz. Finished top 5 in tight ends this year." Yes, he definitely did, but I don't know, man. I can't justify that.
Yeah. I mean, look,
pick
there.
You want to find value at tight end, and that's someone who was a big surprise, but he was a waiver wire pick. I mean, taking him there, you are betting that he hits his absolute ceiling. Do you know what I mean? That's the problem I have with it, I guess.
Yeah. The tight end position is always so up and down that I think you could have gotten Schultz in a later round. You could have gotten Schultz. You could have gotten, another guy that's technically connected to a better quarterback as Dawson Knox is still out there, excuse me. So, like, there's so many people. TJ is still out there. Darren Waller. Like, I would have taken
you son of a bitch.
All those guys.
You son of a bitch.
Took Travis Etienne, so unlucky for you, GG's.
The sniping never stopped last year, and I just feel like that's just going to continue into next year. Oh, I was really hoping to grab him. Okay, we switch it up. We switch up the strategy. I got sniped on T. I got sniped on Etienne.
Yeah.
Did you take Renfro?
Nah, I took Moore and Pittman.
Elijah Moore, Michael Pittman. I like to see Amon-Ra. Some people might say that's too early. I should have shut the hell up. I honestly shouldn't have even opened my mouth.
There's still people out there. There's still some talent.
Look, at this point, I feel like this is good value.
I see one person. Okay. I see one.
I do believe in Darren coming for. I mean, I said this in a video. He's actually one of my dynasty win now trade targets. We have a video releasing real soon about that, but if you take his targets per game, his average targets per game this year, and you extrapolate that across the entire year, he's actually tied for first amongst tight ends and targets. So it's not as if the game plan changed. He was just not healthy. So this is a guy who was being taken in the early 2nd round last year. I would much rather have taken Waller here, than Kelsey at the 2-4. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
Not to say that's the wrong pick, because who knows, but I feel like Waller at the 5-8 is good value.
And there goes Michael Thomas there. Amari Cooper and then Michael Thomas. This is very interesting. I think we should talk about these guys. Someone like Amari Cooper, who, a lot of people were up and down on him last year.
Yeah.
I decided not to take him because of the mouths to feed there now, Zeke, CD. If I don't think Michael Gallup's going to come back, but if he does, he's still there. Cedric Wilson, because now they're utilizing him. Dalton Schultz. Tony Pollard. There's so many people that like I don't know who's gonna be. Like
Yeah.
even CeeDee Lamb. I was so high on CeeDee Lamb last year that like I'm a little bit disappointed that I kind of have him in a dynasty perspective because there's
Yeah, I
so
mean,
many
what was CD, the
people.
wide receiver 19 this year or something? Like,
Yeah, so like
wasn't good.
it
The
his
only reason I have hope for these wide receivers going forward is because of how bad Zeke was this year. I mean, he was good for fantasy. He was decent, but he just didn't look good. So I do think that their game plan might have to change in the next couple of years. Because I don't think that Zeke can be that do it all, carry them type running back. I know Pollard is there, but you know what I mean? Like I do think
nah, I
the
definitely
offense
agree.
will have to shift to those dominant wide receivers, but
Yeah, I definitely agree. And then Michael Thomas, like what there goes
mm,
Hollywood Brown, who I was hoping maybe.
I was trying to grab him next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Michael Thomas, this is another big question mark. Is he gonna? What the hell's gonna happen with him?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I
That's why
mean,
it's
will
so
he be
hard
on the
right now.
Saints?
I think this is why it's so hard right now. I feel like what truly matters and what really is going through my mind is the first 3 to 4 rounds because everyone
Yeah.
else now is a question mark. James Conner, where is he coming back? Michael Thomas, is he coming back? Calvin Ridley, where is he gonna go?
Yeah.
Lenny, where is he gonna go? Chris Godwin. Those are 5 people right there that are question marks.
Yeah.
DJ Moore, who's his quarterback? Like,
Mm-hmm. The other thing I was gonna say is I feel like Calvin Ridley there is really, really good value. I do think if he changes teams, he's probably the best wide receiver on that team. The rumors I've heard about him going to Philly really, really puts me off if that's the case. What's
it'll,
up, Ed Mac?
it'll be interesting.
Cowboys have too many weapons. Yeah. Wahab says did Waller go late in the fifth? What? It's crazy, man. It's crazy the way the board's falling. Okay, I was actually gonna consider. I was genuinely gonna consider Tyler Lockett here. Um,
Where are you drafting on? Are you drafting on your Mac?
no. My draft is fine. It's just the camera's right where all the list of players are.
I was like you keep leaning forward, so I'm assuming like your Mac is on your computer or something, and like you're just streaming. Like I have your image on from your PC, so it's just so confusing.
I'm gonna take a little bit of a chance here on someone who I freaking hope can stay healthy. This guy was going beginning of the second round last year, and I think now it's probably decent value, and that's Clyde.
Give it a Clyde. There goes Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, what if Russ is not there? That's true. I mean, we would know, when we were drafting if Russ is going to be there or not. But it's a good question, man.
Yeah,
It's a good
and
question.
that's what I'm saying. Like everyone from moving forward is a question mark until we get
Totally.
closer into the season and understand
Yeah, we got the draft. We got free agency. We got any trades that
any
are going to
trades
happen.
is going to
There's a lot.
happen. I feel like the first three rounds, we know where these guys are going to be. We know what's going to happen. We know their roles. This is now you take a chance on one of these guys. I feel like any one of these guys can go up or down.
All right. Jalen Hurts and the 6 guys with the other quarterback still on the board. I'm not saying that he can't finish as the quarterback 4 because he can, but there's still so many quarterbacks on the board. I don't feel like we needed to go there, but that's just my opinion. I'm probably
He
wrong.
finished quarterback 9 this past year. It's not terrible. I definitely think there's other people. Ooh, I was hoping Devonta Smith fell to me right there too. That was another guy I had my eye on. I didn't think anyone saw him.
Jimmy had a question here in the Twitch stream. He said thoughts on Mac Jones this year.
Ooh, Detective Demi. I like Mac Jones moving forward. In my personal opinion, I think he's going to continue to. Every year is going to be better for Mac Jones.
Mm.
Every year he's going to progress and grow. They're going to start building this offense around him. I think they get better weapons. Obviously, they have Nelson Aguilar and stuff like that, but I think they get somebody. They had to get somebody.
Yeah.
Another wide receiver weapon somehow. I can see that
Maybe
they have
Calvin.
Yeah.
Why not Calvin? Why not Calvin to New England?
Yeah.
I would like that.
There goes-
No, I think he did well. He did well. I mean, definitely passed a lot of people's expectations.
he went to the playoffs. Even
went
though
to
he
the playoffs.
wasn't successful, but he went to the
got
playoffs.
absolutely shattered on in the playoffs, but he made the playoffs. Good team. He looks consistent. Will he be Tom Brady? Probably not. But will he be more like a Andy Dalton, Derek Carr? That's that's the type of player I kind of see him. And that doesn't like Derek Carr on the Patriots. They could build a team around him. Bill could build a team around him to win a title. You know. So I'm not saying he doesn't have a chance to win titles. I'm just saying, um,
You know, the
it's gonna
first
take
person,
time.
I don't know why, but the first person that came to my head when you were talking about that was like, I see him as like a Phillip Rivers type guy.
Okay.
Like
Can't sling it like Phil
he can
could.
he can take you places though. Phillip
Yeah,
can take you
right.
places and win you some games if need be. But like,
Right. But he can't win it all. Is that what you're
yeah,
saying?
maybe he can win it all. Exactly.
Right. Rock Lee says, "Who's better in redraft next year if healthy, Gibson or Swift?" I do lean Swift there, and I'm a Washington fan, but Washington's inability to use Gibson in the passing game has always frustrated me, and I think at this point, unless there's a coaching change, that might not happen.
Okay, let's see what I
Yeah,
can do
two
here.
tight ends. That's interesting. Hawkinson and Schultz. What are we doing here, Cole World? Tell us. What are we doing? By the way, Rockley, I did look up on Facebook, and there are multiple people with the first name Brock, last name Lee, meaning for their lives while they're in school. They, it's first day of class, and the teacher's like, "All right, I'm just gonna call out people's names. Brock Lee, Brock Lee to the principal's office. Brock Lee to the principal's office."
You
That's
actually
hilarious,
just think
bro.
that's funny, isn't it?
I think it's funny.
I'm looking. I know who's actually gonna play. So I'm gonna take Lamar Jackson here. They got the 6.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with a quarterback. I want another wide receiver. I just don't know who I am going to take.
He said, "Trust the process."
Um,
Broccoli. Have we got a broccoli here?
I think I actually might go with. I think it's great value here. I think no matter where he goes, he's gonna be successful.
Hey, I'm
in my
actually switch it
opinion.
to 30 seconds.
In my opinion, here, yeah, that's fine. He
We're gonna
was
switch it to 30 seconds, so don't get auto drafted, y'all.
nah. He was also on my list on the dynasty wide receivers to draft, like win now to draft for, and that's Allen Robinson. I think no matter where he goes, he could be the X wide receiver there. He's seen success even with really bad quarterbacks. Even if he stays in Chicago, which I doubt is going to happen, he can be successful with Justin Fields there. So it's okay. Hey, Rob.
Yeah, A-Rob's going to be an interesting bounce back candidate this year. Really depends on where he is next year and who else is around him. That's the hard one. All right, we've seen some questionable picks here from Cole World. What's it going to be? I think. Oh, almost. I like Ayuk. I like Ayuk in the 7-2.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
That's what's crazy is this is when Debo was going last year.
Yeah, Ayuk was going in the 4th-ish. Pat the
Yeah,
Dragon.
I agree. Allen Robinson's a good sleeper. DFRNT said that in the
Yeah.
chat.
I like him a lot, and I really hope he goes to a good team. Not even good team. Just give him a good quarterback. He hasn't had a
Right.
good quarterback in forever. His whole career, actually. So, sheesh. Brandon Cooks. I don't know why people still like the idea of Brandon Cooks.
I mean, dude, he did nothing but produce. He's still young.
I know.
He has a connection with the quarterback. I think that's a great pick.
No, I'm not saying it's not a good pick. The one time I had
I
Brandon
like the
Cooks,
pick.
he disappointed me. The
Right.
year he, I think it was his, I don't know what year he was. It was with the Rams. It was the year after he went off. He's like, bro, Brandon Cooks is going to be like, a top 10 wide receiver. And then he gets concussion. And then,
he's been so good. It's just been the injury and constantly being traded,
yeah, constantly being traded to a different team. Where did he finish this year? Let's see.
I'm not sleeping on Cooks. Someone said that in the chat. I'm not sleeping. He was
20.
great this year. I doubted him this year, and he proved me wrong. There are no Brock Lees in here.
I know.
My guy ain't pushing P. Oh no, someone got auto pick.
Raheem.
I think this player would have been drafted already if ADP was updated. So I think I'm getting a steal here at the 7-8, and that's Darnell Mooney. The connection with Justin Fields is unreal. The speed is great. Route running is great. It's a do-it-all running back right there.
Yeah. Not terrible. Darnell Mooney, Adam Thielen. Yeah, Raheem. I mean, I wonder who he would have picked. Hey, OBJ at the 7-8. That's interesting now.
Yeah, I was honestly considering him. He probably would have been my next pick if he was available at the 7-8. Thielen at the 7-9 is pretty interesting too. That's probably going to end up being good value.
Yeah. He was doing his thing. He was getting touchdowns, and then he got hurt. So,
I was about to go and grab me AJ Dillon this next round. So someone did well there. Sniping him from me, you little punk.
I think I know who I'm gonna take next if he's still on the board.
Wayne Gallman.
Wayne the Train Gallman, the X Factor. Talk it up.
Is that who you were talking about?
Yeah, Wayne the Train, absolutely. They're going Singletary.
I think I know who I'm going to take next. Wayne the Train?
Come. I just remember when he had like that 40-yard run against Seattle, and I was like, "It's Wayne! It's Wayne!"
Yeah.
And then when Colt McCoy was playing, because Daniel Jones was hurt, and we beat the Seahawks. That was just.
I mean, the fact that Henry Ruggs is still on Sleeper's ADP is just.
They're believing.
Figure this out,
they're believing for the comeback.
Pat the Dragon. That's why Jarrett G knows. That's what he was talking about when he said the Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I saw Mike in the ADP and I was like, this is such a good value pick right now. Man, good pick there. Good pick. I was really hoping he was about to fall to me.
Would have had 2 charges if he stays.
I know, but I mean, could have traded Keenan pretty easily, I reckon.
You got to make your picks faster. Because
Dak goes off the board. I'm sitting here and like there's still so many quarterbacks and everyone's drafted a quarterback except for Cole World. It doesn't make sense for me to draft a quarterback. There's still so many that are good. So I might go with a high upside pick here.
Okay.
Someone who I think could be great if the situation follows. And that's Tony.
Talk it up.
If my guy can stay healthy, I think he can be great.
You got to
Detective Dimmy. So we got 2 injured running backs now for Easy Bread's team. I'm pretty sure Mostert was an auto pick though.
Yeah, I think so. I think so as well. Let's see here. I gotta get people. Oh, unlucky. That was one of the people I was hoping that was gonna.
Make sure when you're not picking, you let everyone see the full draft board. Just a friendly reminder.
Huh? Nah, I'm doing good. What you mean? Yeah, I still want him. I like a lot of people. Talking to Ellen here, she was like, "You're not doing very good in this draft." I was like, "What you mean?"
I love it.
Like every time I said I want somebody or somebody's taken, and he's like, "Oh, I want him." I was like, "Yeah, but I'm just playing."
Tebow, you're on auto pick. You know how to turn that off. Go to Q. Hey, I don't know if you heard me, but when you're not drafting, try and make sure everyone can see the full board.
Yeah. I'm just getting ready for my picks here because my pick's about to come up.
You're good.
So I need to get some people going.
Uh-oh. Okay, I was about to say. About to get an auto pick.
Tony Pollard. I think this makes my pick easy. I think I know who I'm going to pick at the running back position. I think I want one more running back.
Silver Rapture, what's up, brother man? Says blurry. Easy Bread has a boomer bust team. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I can see that. A lot of question marks, but a lot of upside.
Ramondre Stevenson. Need another wide
Silver Rapture says
receiver.
blurry. Is the picture blurry or something, guys?
I have
Looks
no
good
idea.
on my end, but I'm not sure if you guys
Take a shot here.
anything, let us know. Good Bateman. Okay, I was thinking Bateman as well.
Yeah, let
Oh,
us know if it's blurry. I mean, I'm looking at it right now, depending on which platform you're on, or maybe it's.
It looks good to me, but that doesn't mean that it might be
Yeah.
off for someone.
It could be the.
He said it was him. He had to close the app. What's up, bro? I feel like we haven't had you in the live for a while. It's good to see you. Silver Raptor. All right, so then Chase goes off the board. Interesting pick. I mean, who knows where Chase is going to be next year? Will he get re-signed, or will he be signed somewhere else in free agency? Will he even have like a role that's worth in fantasy? It's a good risk pick there in the 9th round because it's really hard to say where he's going to go. Russell Gage at the 9-3, decent value. We saw a decent role from him.
Yeah. Interesting to see. It's gonna be.
I think I have an upcoming pick that's gonna shock some people. Real risky,
Real risky pick here.
but there's upside there. I don't know where he's gonna be, but let's see if anyone snipes me.
Snipe him.
He says blurry again. What's up, fellas? Just chilling. That's good, brother, man. How you been? What you been doing in the off season? What's new with you? Took 2 guys off my queue back to back. Damn, that's pain. It's a real place. Rock Lee like broccoli. I'm rocking with Stockley. Hey.
But you're not a rapper.
But I'm not a rapper. I'm not a rapper.
You're not a rapper.
I'm not a rapper. What would we eat?
Figuring out what's for lunch here.
Jack is always sniping me, bro. That's who I was talking about. I was thinking about trying to go grab him. Sure. Yeah, but maybe in like 10 minutes. Okay, I'm looking at the board. It's hard out here, man. I think I'm gonna go with another upside pick, but someone who I think is a little bit more consistent. I feel like I could pop him in my flex if I need to. Cordell Patterson is definitely who I was about to try and go grab.
Yeah, makes sense.
Who went from picks 50 to 55? Do you mean in the 5th round, or do you mean because 50 would be 12, 24, 36, 48? So 50 would be from Cal. No, sorry, would be. Jesus, would that be? I think St. Brown onwards. Are you showing the full board? Yeah, you are.
Yeah. I'm showing the full board.
Stonks Lee.
Stonks.
David Johnson? Did someone draft David Johnson?
David Johnson.
No, tell me someone didn't draft David Johnson. Nah, no one's that dumb. No, I mean, not that that's bad. You know, anyone can do anything that they want to.
I dropped David Johnson.
I just want to, anyone who has not heard this yet, there are people in the world whose first name is Brock, last name is Lee, meaning their name is Broccoli. I just find that hilarious. I don't know. I just find that really funny.
I'm glad you find that funny. It's not that funny to me.
He's dizzy.
A full participation today is Jimmy G. See you there.
All right, so Jimmy G's going to be playing, but he's going to get his ass sent home in Green Bay. Does everyone have a quarterback except for me? Yeah, literally everyone has a quarterback now except for me, so I don't even need to think about that. Except for Cole World, but I mean, there's still like 5 quarterbacks I'm okay with being my starter.
Okay, might take a quarterback.
Yeah, do it. Leave more positional players for your boy. All right. Again, I'm just stacking up on wide receivers, but I think this could be a high upside, high risk type pick. I think he probably leaves in free agency. Does he re-sign with the Chiefs like he almost did last year? Juju Smith, 10th round. It's disgusting, but I'm just taking the chance on a change of scenery.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Juju. I want to stay with the Steelers.
Yeah, he should have gone to KC.
Oh, Juju.
What are you so angry for?
Oh, Juju.
Why are you mad at Juju? He didn't do anything
I'm not
wrong.
mad
He
at
just
Juju.
wanted to dance.
Just saying.
My guy's a free spirit.
Oh, come on, dude.
What was that?
What was what?
Did you hear that noise Sleeper just made?
What? Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. You never heard that one before?
No, I haven't.
I wonder if that's because that was on somebody's queue. Say, oh, come on, dude.
Yeah,
Mark
maybe,
Tatum.
maybe. Yeah, he was on my queue. So do I hear that if someone from my queue gets drafted?
Maybe. Well, it wasn't on. It he's not on my queue, so maybe.
Oh, come on, dude.
Or it can just be like, why are you running out of
There
time?
goes Rodgers. Jack has Aaron Rodgers and Josh Allen.
He got
That's
auto
funny.
picked though, unfortunately. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna just. Maybe we should just. Did you want to do the whole thing?
I mean, I don't even have a quarterback yet. Let's do at least till end of round 12.
All right, yeah. We're gonna end this at round 12, and then we do grades here, just so it's. Naeem Hines.
Naeem. I mean, he was just completely taken out of the game plan towards the end of the year. Hey. Hey guys, if you don't know, oops, we have been plugging our new Dynasty channel on the live stream. So I'll paste a link in the chat right now. It's also in the description if you're watching later. If you would like to learn more about Dynasty, if you want a Dynasty community, if you want to be a part of Dynasty drafts, check it out.
I'm going real youth here. Hey, I'm gonna take a chance on a tight end that I really like, connected to a good quarterback, and that's Cole Kmet. Hoping he can come and do something special here.
Dang, over Gronk?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I thought too. But I'll take the chance, see what happens.
Yeah, fair enough. So Rodgers goes off the board. Then we got Stafford. So everyone has a quarterback now.
Yeah, and I have no time. I'm gonna take Cortland. Panic pick there.
Wow.
Once again, like I feel like the first 3 rounds, you know where they're gonna go, or you know what they can do, so you're comfortable where you're taking them. The rest is just we're just gonna be going back and forth until the season starts, because
a lot of uncertainty.
There's
for sure.
so many uncertainties after round 4, ish. Once again, the Kittles, the Fournettes, the Calvin Ridleys, the Michael Thomas, Robert Woods, even.
It, yeah.
Like, if you're watching this later and you're like, oh damn, like what's happening here? So many question marks for next year. So we'll see what happens.
A lot of question marks, not a lot of answers.
The big wind up to the NFL draft. What are you guys thinking? First quarterback off the board, boys. Let us know. Put in the chat.
Who's it going to be? We've been scouting quarterbacks today.
Yeah.
I think it's Pickett. I think it's Kenny Pickett. What's weird is PFF has him ranked so low. Did you see that? PFF's ranking system is
overall. I think wasn't he like the 20? Weird. If I'm not mistaken. Last time I remember, I 2 numbers. So
they have Sam Howell, Desmond Ridder as their second quarterback. I don't see how Ritter's the second quarterback, but that's what they have. Then they have Corral, then Pickett. So Pickett is the 4th quarterback on their list.
Right.
And Malik is their 6th. I don't know, man. Just interesting. All right, so I'm on the board. I think that this is a big value pick here. I think maybe we are forgetting him because of the ADP, but he's blowing up right now, connected to a great quarterback.
Oh, yeah, that is a good pick. I forgot about probably ADP. I didn't see him at all, to be honest.
Yeah, that's on Sleeper's ADP right there.
Let's see.
Garrett G says Pickett probably, and that he likes Corral. I like Corral too, man. I can't label him dual threat. I know he had so many rushing touchdowns this year, but watching him, I don't think he's going to be able to do that against NFL speed. I don't know if that makes sense. Like he doesn't have that elite speed at the quarterback position. He's definitely mobile, But I do have questions on Corral.
Is Spencer
Well,
Rattler?
there's questions on every quarterback.
Is Spencer
in this
Rattler
draft.
declared into the NFL draft?
No, he transferred to South Carolina.
So he's gonna do another year, hey?
He'll do another year, and it'll be massive for his career. Like, we'll see if he's we'll see if he's the real deal or not. If he can bounce back from that adversity. But South Carolina's gonna have a pretty decent team from what it looks like. There goes Carr.
Yeah, yeah. I like Pickett, Kenny Pickett. I think he's my favorite so far. We just watching Malik Willis highlights and understanding who he is as a player, and I like him. I was talking to Zach, and
Also trying to watch the things that he doesn't do well, because I think
Yeah.
it's so easy to see like the bright lights and the shiny things, but there's some parts of his game that need to be worked on.
yeah.
All right, I'm getting what I believe will be a starting quarterback and a guaranteed top 12 quarterback with my last pick. That's Trey Lance. In his
Guaranteed
2
top
starts,
12.
3 starts, I can't remember what it is. He averaged over 21 points in those games. With what he can do on the ground with the weapons around him, I think he is my favorite sleeper in the upcoming draft. But I do think people are like, he's going to rise. He's probably going to go in like the 6th round, 7th round as the hype starts to grow throughout the offseason.
Yeah, I agree.
This is the last pick, guys.
Do you want to start doing draft grades from the other side, from Dante?
Yeah.
I guess you can go ahead and start, and then until my pick comes.
Yeah, let me just tell people.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's do some draft grades. So we'll start with Dante over here at the 12 spot. So your running backs are Swift, Hunt, Singletary, Jamal Williams. I like that you got the Jamal Williams. He's obviously got another year on his contract. He will be the backup there in Detroit. Your wide receivers are very good. Debo, Mike Williams, Mike Evans, T. Higgins, Hollywood Brown, DJ Chark. I really like that wide receiver room. I'm not in love with the Mike Evans pick, but I do think he was probably the right choice at that point in the draft. Joe Burrow at the 7-12, top 5 upside. Then we got Hunter Henry in the 9th. This is a great team, honestly. I like the running back room. Obviously, there are question marks with Kareem. There's question marks with Singletary. So, the depth is a little bit questionable. I'm going to go ahead and end the draft here.
Yeah, I was just letting it run out.
But overall, I think this is a good team. This is a B+. Again, I probably would have taken Justin Jefferson over Debo.
Okay.
You want to go team 12 or team 11?
Yeah, team 11, super team here. Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk, and KJ Osborne. That is a fantastic wide receiver room, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, it really is.
Aaron Jones, Miles Sanders, AJ Dillon, and Alexander Madison with Dallas Goedert and Russell Wilson. I think probably the biggest downfall in your whole team, I think, is the running back room. Aaron Jones and Miles Sanders, if they do come back, if Miles Sanders comes back, in those little stretches of games where, this Eagles running back room was just going crazy. And if Miles Sanders can do that, fantastic. You have you got a steal. And you got AJ Dillon for the just in case behind Aaron Jones, a 50-50 workload. I think that workload improves. But then you have Alexander Madison. So you really only have 3 running backs, maybe not enough depth in your running back room. And I like Goddard and Russell Wilson. This is a good team. I like this team. This is a B+ team. I would say like A-, B+.
Yeah, I was about to say it's gotta be A-.
Yeah, I really like this team.
All right, Childish Rambino. You've got Cooper Kupp, Michael Thomas, Mike Williams, Jarvis Landry. Not in love with the wide receiver room. There are questions about Mike Williams. If he returns, that's probably decent value, but I'm not even sure. Like, I'm not a big Mike Thomas guy. So I don't love the wide receiver room. I don't love Zeke at the 2-3. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't think he was the right pick there at the 2-3. I think there was other running backs on the board, other wide receivers on the board I would have preferred. I do like the Mitchell pick at the 3-10. Then you got Michael Carter, Rashad Penny, Chuba Hubbard. So all upside running backs that could probably make up for that. But I still think you didn't even need to take Zeke. I would have been okay with Mitchell, Carter, Penny, Hubbard, and instead of Zeke, you got a Justin Jefferson there. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. And then you got Gesicki, Irv Smith, and then Patty Mahomes. It's a good team. I do think there are some picks that were crucial that could have been done differently. So I am going to give it a B flat. It's a good team, but there are things I would have done differently if it was me.
Yeah. JJ Short, Devontae Adams.
By the way, shout out to JJ. He's signing up to our leagues, follower leagues.
Nice.
We'll send you a message here soon.
Yeah, all love and support, man. Thank you, brother. Devontae Adams, Amari Cooper, Tyler Lockett, Adam Thielen, Kenny G, Devontae Parker, and Antonio Brown there at the bottom, with Monty, JJ, and Darrell Henderson, Travis Kelce, and Dak Prescott. Look, a lot of question marks on this team. Who's going to be the quarterback for Lockett? Is Devontae Adams going to be coming back? At least that's the expectations. What's Darrell Henderson's role next year? Where's Devontae Parker going to be next year as well? You know, I think Monty and Josh Jacobs, in my opinion, were the right pick. And I think this is where grabbing Kelce at the 2-4 changes up your whole team.
Yeah, totally.
You could have had Javonte Williams, could have had Nick Chubb, Antonio Gibson, J.K. Dobbins there. I get it. Travis Kelce
Jefferson
is the best tight end on the board for sure, you know. But I think, you know, the way the tight end realm has gone, I think you could have gotten value somewhere else and taken the chance and gotten a more solidified running back room or a more solidified wide receiver room. It's a decent team, but for me, still a lot of question marks. I'm going to give this a B minus, C plus ish. Okay. That's how I feel right now.
Hey, we got a question in the chat from Rock Lee. He says, will you guys, and there's someone said agree JJ over Zeke. Shout out to DFRNT. Oh, Garrett says Joe Mixon's going to be last year's Zeke. That's interesting. I think Joe Mixon's going to be great again this year. Wow. Good offense. But
I really like
Rock Lee says, will you guys do any listener leagues, whether redraft or dynasty? Yes. We started doing listener/follower subscriber leagues last year. They've been really, really fun. A lot of people who are here probably are a part of them. And we will open up leagues again. We've already got people signing up for next year. If you want to be a part of those leagues, I'll paste a link in the chat. And this is where you would sign up to be a part of those leagues. So patreon.com/fantasylandfam. All right, I'm going to give Easy Bread a grade here. Okay. Joe Mixon at the 1.7. Then we got Mostert, Robinson, Trey Sermon. Not in love with the running back room. I'll just start there. Wide receivers are Metcalf, McLaurin, Renfro, Curtis Samuel, Rondale Moore. Tight ends are Pitts and Higbee. Quarterback is Jalen Hurts. Easy Bread, I love you. I love you, Easy Bread, but I don't like this draft. I'm just going to be honest with you. I like the Mixon pick.
Right.
Outside of that, there's not really a pick that I'm really loving. I don't think that Pitts was the right pick there at the 4-6. I like the Renfro pick. I don't think Jalen Hurts was the right. He's definitely not the quarterback 4 off the board. That was too high. Mostert, I think, was an auto pick. James Robinson's coming off an Achilles injury and dealing with a competition in the backfield with Etienne. I'm just being honest. I know it's fun, but I'm just going to tell you my thoughts. I don't like this draft. I would probably give this a C+.
Okay.
But it's all love. It's just
love.
For fun.
It's all love, Jack, brother. Look, a lot of things going to change in the season, Jack.
We only want to be honest. We never want to just tell you, oh, we love it,
Yeah.
Even if we don't.
This genuine. You don't want that. Najee, Javonte Williams, Travis Etienne, and Cordero Patterson with Deontay Johnson, Devonta Smith, OBJ, Josh, 25-cent Palmer, if you know, you know. Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers with Dawson Knox and Noah Fant. I know some of the ones in the bottom there got auto pick. I like this team. I like the running back room. I like the wide receiver room. I think my biggest question mark is who's going to be throwing the ball to Deontay. I think he is tremendously talented. If it's Mason Rudolph, Dwayne Haskins, interesting. OBJ, I like the value. Cordell Patterson, love the value. Dawson Knox, Love the value as well with Aaron Rodgers as a just in case. I give this an A as well, A minus team.
Yeah, it's in contention. It's a good team.
I personally like it. I think my other biggest question mark would probably be Travis Etienne. What does the role gonna look like if I had to give? If I
The
really
wide
had to
receiver
nitpick,
room is what worries me with this team.
yeah. If I really had to
But-
nitpick for me, I think it would just be like, what's Etienne gonna do? Yeah, wide receiver room, Deontay, who's the quarterback? Blah blah blah. So,
All right, so A minus. I'll give Tebow a grade here. If you're watching, we'll give him draft grades. We just did a mock draft for PPR for 2022. Drop a like if you want to show some love. All right, Tebow. Your running backs are Dalvin Cook, Nick Chubb, Damian Harris, and Naeem Hines. Wide receivers are Godwin, Woods, Claypool, Julio, Van, Jefferson. Tight end is Mark Andrews. Quarterback is Tom Brady and Kirk Cousins. So I am okay with the running back room. I'm okay with Dalvin, Nick Chubb, Damian Harris. Hines. I don't think there's much value there anymore, to be honest with Hines. It's going to take a JT injury.
yeah.
But I'm not in love with the Chubb at 2.8. Do you know what I mean? With Stephon Diggs on the board, I think I would have gone and grabbed Diggs. And then you see the running backs that fell to you in the third round. You still had Monty, you still had Mitchell, Aaron Jones, Jacobs, Fournette. They were all still on the board, and who knows? You could have potentially gotten other running backs in the fifth round. I just think Diggs is a real difference maker in a PPR format. I'm okay with Mark Andrews at the 3.5. I'm not a big early tight end guy anymore after what happened this year. But I do like the team. I think Brady's good value. I'm gonna give this a B plus. It's not gonna get into the A ranges, but those are just some things that I would have changed personally. And by the way, Robert Woods at the 5.5, that's exactly where he was going last year, but he just sustained an injury. So I'm not sure that was the best pick on the board for you. OBJ's probably back. Van has emerged. There was still Renfro, Cooper on the board, Ridley, Hollywood, Lockett. So I would have probably taken those guys as well over Robert Woods.
A lot of question marks. Jacobs at the 1.4. We have Austin Eckler, James Conner, Miles Gaskin, and why not Melvin? I trained that in my Trinidadian friend has a similar accent. Rockley, I'm not Trinidadian. I'm African and Spanish. But we can have another conversation. Austin Eckler, James Conner, Miles Gaskin. I just read that. I was like, that's so funny. Austin Eckler, James Conner, Miles Gaskin, Melvin Gordon with Stephon Diggs, DeAndre Hopkins, Brandon Cooks, Tyler Boyd, and Jalen Reagor. Ooh, wow, the Reagor pick. Wow, unlucky.
I think that was a meme.
With George Kittle, Gronk, and Kyler Murray. I think the first two picks are great. First four picks. Let me not be too harsh. First four picks are good in my opinion. Question marks with James Conner. Question marks with Brandon Cooks. Question marks from the rest of the team moving forward. What's Tyler Boyd's real value at the 10 now? Jalen Reagor, he has been nothing. So
that was a meme pick for sure.
Yeah, I think I like George Kittle. I like the Gronk. Miles Gaskin, you hope that he can be something again, if anything. I think it's just question marks for me. I'm gonna give this a B minus C plus. That's how I'm feeling right now. There's talent here, but it's a lot of question marks.
All right, Garrett at team 3. We got CMC, Saquon, Barkley, Chris Carson, Zach Moss, Gus Edwards. Would I have taken Saquon over Mitchell, Aaron Jones? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Not yet, at least. Wide receivers are CeeDee Lamb, DJ Moore, Jerry Jeudy, Russell Gage, Michael Gallup. I'm not in love with the CeeDee Lamb at 210.
Yeah, me too, man.
It's just the offense and the lack of targets, the lack of him being a focus in the offense could change, but I definitely would have taken A.J. Brown over CeeDee Lamb.
Let me ask you a question. This is really random. If they didn't have Michael Gallup, Cedric Wilson, they just went. What if CD and Amari were only the guys? Like, truly. And the third guy was just completely.
The thing is, though, is like Cedric Wilson's not some guy that you force the ball to. And Michael Gallup was good, and he is great. He's a good talent, but he was injured most of the year.
Yeah. Well,
so there's no excuses for CD to have been this uninvolved in the offense. It definitely scares me.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Someone's going to replace Cedric Wilson easily if he leaves. That's my opinion. And then Schultz is emerging. It's tough, man.
It is.
But anyway, DJ Moore, Jerry Jeudy, Russell Gage, Michael Gallup. DJ Moore, I've never been in love with DJ Moore. I'm just being honest. I definitely would have preferred guys like Renfro, Ridley, Lockett, assuming that Russ was back. I'm just not a DJ Moore guy. And who's the quarterback there? You know, that definitely puts me off a little bit. I like the Jeudy pick. Man, can they get a quarterback? Who knows? Justin Herbert, Pat Fryermuth. This is a good team. You know, there are question marks that I have with some of the crucial picks that we make here at the 210, the 3-3, the 5-3. Some of these picks I think I would have gone different ways, so that leads me to make this a B flat team. But it is a good team. I see the upside.
Hmm. Sorry, I was just looking at DJ Moore. Last year of his contract here, he's unrestricted free agent 2023.
Next year, yeah.
It could be interesting in a dynasty perspective. Maybe you try to buy him now on the low until he goes into a bigger
potentially
role.
You know, the issue with DJ though is there's no wide receiver there. It's like we all love Terry. DJ's younger.
You know why I think DJ Moore could be something is because we've seen that glimpse of where he was the number one guy in fantasy and on his team for the
We've
first.
Seen the glimpse, but
yeah, we did, and I think we've seen it. We've seen it with an average quarterback.
How many years have we said this is the year for DJ?
Well, first year he had Cam.
It's been like
Second
4
year,
years.
Cam got hurt.
3 years probably.
Third year.
Anyway, I like DJ, but it is a risk pick. I think it is a risk pick.
I'm have to reevaluate DJ because now I'm thinking.
Whole world saying,
now I'm
ladies,
thinking of that.
drop it down. Just want to see you touch the ground.
I know, it's so funny. All right, Cold World, last guy here, the 1.2. Derrick Henry, Antonio Gibson, Tony Pollard, Chase Edmonds with a mine guy, unfortunately, Ronald Jones of 2021. Then you have AJ Brown, St. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Brandon Ayuk, and Marvin Jones with your brother Dalton Schultz, TJ Hawkinson, and Matthew Stafford. Once again, I think this is a decent team. I think the wide receiver depth lacks. I love your all three wide receivers in Ayuk, St. Brown, and Antonio Brown, or AJ Brown, excuse me. I think Marvin Jones is irrelevant for me, but I love the first three wide receivers. I like Gibson and Henry there. I think Gibson's a good value there, the 3-2, in my opinion. I think Dalton Schultz was too early. You could have got somebody else there. You could have got another running back if you really wanted to. You another wide receiver. You could have gotten Pittman there, anyone else besides Dalton Schultz. So
especially with getting Hawkinson at the 6'11".
Yeah, so I think this team is decent. Made certain moves. I think it could have been a real contention to be a good team here. But I'm just gonna give this team a B flat. I like the foundations. There's 1 or 2 picks, maybe 3 picks that are like, you could have definitely done better.
Right. So I think that means we're between Team 11, which is super teams only,
and Jack.
And I think the difference between these two teams, both elite quarterbacks, both good tight ends. But the difference is one team is stronger at running back, one team is the best at wide receiver. Personally, I'm leaning towards giving it to super teams only, but I don't know where you sit on it. The combination of Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Calvin Ridley, I mean, those are just guys who are going to go crazy in PPR. And I just don't know about Devonta Smith with Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, you don't know Deontay Johnson with the quarterback.
I think it's close, but I do lean Team 11.
I think it's close. I do lead in, at the Team 11 as well. I agree. It's not amazing. I don't really love the running backs, and I think that's frustrating because Najee and Javonte are like 2 key pillars.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right. So congratulations, Team 11. Do we have that sound?
We can do.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Super teams only. Congratulations. You are the mock drafter of the night. You put together a good squad. This was fun. There was a question in the chat. Garrett G says, do you guys like the Dragon pick at 7-3? I'll be honest. I don't hate that you took him at 7-3. Show the board for a sec. I don't hate that you took him at 7-3
I
here.
liked it.
The only issue is who was still on the board. Do you know what I mean? Like you took him at the 7-3, but we have guys like Knox going at 8-7, Goddard at 8-2, Hunter Henry at 9-12, Gronk in the 11th round. So I have questions on who's going to be the quarterback there. I love Pat, but I do think you probably could have waited a round or two to have caught Pat. So we'll have to wait and see how the ADP changes, but
Yeah.
I think it was a little bit too early.
It's always going to change as we get closer and closer to the season, like we said. Jack's back. Hey, all love for everyone that coming through.
Jack is back. The vid is back. I don't know what I'm saying. But anyway, guys, one last thing before we go. We do have a Dynasty mock draft tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want to be a part of it, again, same process. We go live on YouTube and Twitch, and we send links in our Discord. This is the link to our Dynasty channel. So if you want to be a part of that mock draft tomorrow, if you want to watch it, either way, go ahead and drop a sub over there. We're at 42 subs. Would be awesome to somehow get to 50 subs this week as that channel grows. We're now at 43, so shout out to whoever just subscribed recently.
Yeah.
So huge love, guys. If you want to be part of these mocks, we do these mocks all the time.
Mm-hmm.
The reel is back. The vid is back. Cold World knows. If you know, you know. Any last words, Badaki?
No, I think best way to
Eat
get
some buttered chicken.
Oh, best way to
here.
get into these drafts is to go into our Discord, which is in the solo.to link in the description below. Click on that link, and then that can take you to all of our links, whether that's Patreon, Twitter, Instagram, whatever the case may be, whatever link that you want to go to, it's there. So yeah, huge love for what you call it.
Hey,
coming
13
through and
people
supporting.
watching. Shout out to you guys. We're about to end the stream, but if you could show us some love, drop a like, sub if you haven't. And again, I just said it, but the link that I just pasted in the chat is to our Dynasty channel. We have a Dynasty draft there tomorrow if you want to be a part of it. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join the Discord. Huge love, guys, and have a good rest of your night.
All love, yeah.
Shout out to MP for subscribing. That's who it was.
Cold World.